I should probably slap a big trigger warning on here. One of the crucial steps in stepping into more of who you're made to be so that you can lead your business and your life well is dealing with trauma and healing from it. Well, hello and welcome to the Momprenista Life podcast. I'm Lori and I'm so excited that you're here and I cannot wait to do life with you via this platform. Now, I don't count anything as a simple coincidence. So if you're here listening to this, then I believe you're here for a reason. I believe God has some amazing things He wants to do in and through you, and that you've landed here for something very specific that He wants to say to you. So this show was designed for Jesus-loving moms who want to do it all without being a hot mess, overwhelmed shell of the person she used to be. This is for the mom who wants to do all the mom things and still build an empire. And let me tell you, if I can figure out how to do this, so can you. The Momprenista Life was really born out of a desire to help moms like me who know that they're supposed to be all in for their family, leading their home, and building a business that generates wealth for their family. When I had my first baby, I was traveling and speaking across multiple states, and I always had people asking me how I managed to do this with a baby. That's the first place where I realized that other mothers wanted to figure out how to incorporate their entrepreneurial gift with being a mom. And I'm assuming if you're here, that's you. I'm assuming that you want to excel at combining wife life, mom life, and entrepreneur life while staying centered on Christ. This is my jam. I love the places God has put me in, and I'm so honored to share breakthroughs that He's given me to help edify and encourage other moms who are on this journey too. So this podcast will be a place to help you grow and scale your business and your life. Everything I teach is based on a biblical foundation because I can't separate God from anything. That includes marriage, motherhood, and managing businesses to build your empire. So we will be deep diving into scripture to get a better understanding of who we are as women in the kingdom. And this will lay some foundations for us to help us excel in our roles as wife, mom, and entrepreneur. Beyond that, I will be sharing successful business strategies and some unsuccessful ones from my over 20 years of experience in the corporate and entrepreneurial world. And these are not theories. Our team has helped businesses scale to 7, 8, and 9 figures across more than 25 industries. So the things I share are tested and proven hundreds of times over. In addition, I will highlight other smart money tips and share some of my journey in mergers and acquisitions so that hopefully it will help you learn some other avenues that you can add to your wealth building strategy. The other thing you should probably know about this podcast is that we will get real and raw around here. I'm not your typical sugarcoating, I sugarcoat everything who pats your hand and says, wow, that must be really hard. I mean, I'll say that, but then I'll probably be following up with some hard questions and biblical truths that point you back to Jesus every single time, because I believe we're supposed to call one another up to more of who we're made to be. And call me crazy, but I think that includes figuring out a lot of things about ourselves so that we can slough off self to look more and more like Jesus. And in that same vein, I should probably slap a big trigger warning on here because one of the crucial steps in stepping into more of who you're made to be, so that you can lead your business and your life well, is dealing with trauma and healing from it. Y'all, my story has more trauma and drama than a Lifetime movie series. And one of the hard lessons I had to learn was that how you live is how you lead. And if you don't heal from your trauma, then you and everyone around you is at risk of falling victim to the downfall of that unhealing. You can only scale to a level from which you're prepared, and you can only lead to a level from which you're healed. So you'll hear some details of my journey, and you'll hear from others about how they've overcome the hard and stepped into their purpose on deeper levels. Now, I guess the next thing is probably just to tell you a little bit more about me so that you know who you're listening to. Obviously, I'm Lori. I'm a wife, a mom times four, a homeschooler, investor, business mentor, award-winning entrepreneur, ministry leader, and a whole Bible believing Jesus freak. And I know if some of y'all are old like me, right? You just sing that song in your head, right? Oh, oh, oh. What will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find out it's true? All right. Sorry. We'll move on now that I've embarrassed myself. And I'm okay with that though, because I do that a lot. But some of y'all are probably too young to remember that song. So just Google it. And it's kind of like if Nirvana, well, you probably don't know who Nirvana is either, but it's kind of like if Nirvana decided to go to church, like that's the kind of vibe that you get there. But anyway, if you know me personally, or if you've ever heard me speak, you know I talk in run on sentences. I think I'm funnier than I am. I wear stilettos / heels any chance that I get, including going to the hospital to birth a baby. And I'm absolutely crazy about my husband and family. Some people mistakenly think that I'm a crunchy mom because I do things like grind my own flour and bake with fresh whole grains, but I'm really more chewy, maybe stale, like my bag got left open or something. So I'm not crunchy per se, but then I have my crunchy friends that I get advice from when I need it. And they're probably like rolling their eyes going, oh, it's Lori messaging again. So thank you to my crunchy friends, you know who you are, that support my stale ways. But anyway, so why did I start this whole Momprenista thing? As I said earlier, when I switched to mom mode just over 12 years ago, I started getting questions from other moms about how I led my organization and did the whole mom thing at the same time. Then, when I had more kids and stepped into owning more businesses, I got a lot of questions about how I did what I did. So I would go to speak at an event and I'd be sharing business strategies, or walking women through trauma and healing, and then I would have a line of attendees waiting to chat about how I had built multi-million-dollar businesses while keeping Christ at the center, prioritizing time with my husband, being a homeschool mom, and having fun with my kids all day, making mostly natural food for our family, traveling, and how I walked in 5-inch stilettos. So they wanted to know how to live their lives like I was living mine. I was baffled because I was just out here doing my thing and not really broadcasting it to anyone. So then I was speaking at a conference, and afterward, these three women came up to me and they said, so you're like this super mom / mompreneur / fashionista, and we want to know how you do it. We want that in our lives. So can you teach us how to do that? And I was really kind of taken aback because one, I hated the supermom comments because they felt comparative to me. And, we don't need to be comparing ourselves to one another ever because our journeys are so different. Even if they look similar, they typically fall on different ends of the spectrum. And I get the mompreneur comments because, yeah, I own a lot of businesses and, I have a lot of experience in the business world, both corporate and as an entrepreneur and a small business owner. So I kind of get that one. Now, the fashionista thing, that was a bit comical to me because y'all, I'm dressed up to be here, right? Like, I mean, I have makeup on, my hair's on point, I have cute clothes with my stilettos because I'm being seen by people. You don't see the legging wearing mom with food all over her clothes and possibly some in her hair that's currently tied up in a knot on top of her head with dried paint on her neck and arms. And, that was from the craft that we did yesterday. And, I'm just being real with you, but I took some time to sit in it and ask the Father to help me see what it was that these women were asking for. And as I sifted through, I got the picture that moms just wanted to bring order to their chaos, to stop living in overwhelm and walk joyfully in all they were called to be and all they were doing in their home and their business. So I took all of these comments and sandwiched them into one word, and that became Momprenista. These women were looking for the momprenista life, and for some reason, I get the honor of showing that to them. I get to share that with you. So here I am, just doing my thing and sharing with you all of my breakthroughs, tips, tricks, and strategies to help you grow and scale your life and business while doing all the mom things. My guess is that this podcast will twist your business ideas, give you concrete ways to ensure you're leading your home well, and probably turn some of your theological ideas on their heads. So, if you are a mom looking to get off the hamster wheel and figure out how to actually do what you feel led to do, then come hang out with me and a bunch of other amazing momprenistas here every week and in the online community that we're building for you. I'm so excited for this journey and I can't wait to chat with you again. So I hope you have a fantastic week and we'll chat next time. Bye, guys.